Shubor nakaslem jong unongsan Hima.
The Directorate of Civil Defense and Home Guards Kajala, Ndarsni Kalarai ban Pinkre Nakabantaka mock drill, Kabanlong Shibit Nadukapor, Saubaji Shanning, Hakabladap Banbu Iki Siren, Haki Nukiliki District Apo Kajala. Nagalyang Joint Director of Civil Defense and Joint Commander General of Home Guards UMK Sangma, Ulaong Banamar Bakilayo Ajing Tip Kirki, Kumta Kimla Ban Pendong Hika mock drill, Hakarukom Kababyang, Hendray Kishu Pendong Tang Haki Kaptu Kaniki Jaka, Hendray Hadien, Kinsa Pendong Biang, Hakasian Kabaar, Kaban sepen krek baha kumnuban ai jing hikai haga jinon bentalang ki pulit ki tanat ka koit ka khya ka tanat PWD bat ki paj ba nong shong shno haga bede bat ka mock drill ka banlong shibet haga por saubaji shaneng usangma ulaong baha ka por bapa ka siren shibet haga por handru shiteng ki kali ke bayat kin yat bet kumbajiyat bat ya ki light kaliru kin penme kumbajulong hendai ki paj ba bayat bayeng ki haban re yaladi haba ki layo sngo ya ka siren nakabenta kitu ki Pyndonkam solar light Kidei ban Pynlip ya ka light hakapor bapa ka Siren. Ulaong ru baga syam jing yaki ban Pynkre namar belas lemba kam jujia syu kathma hapo kari. Kumta kilaklet kumnu ban le ban Pynkre nakabenta kathma. Kumta kani ka mock drill kalong tang ban Pynkre iki shipai ban kilat jing yada.
Actually, we need your cooperations also. That's the reason why we have called for a press conference as directed by the Secretary, Sir Sanjay Goyal. We need to let the people know what this mock drill is about. Though we have, a very short time, we have to conduct all this mock drill. We get to know about this plan only day before, at night. And in the morning, 10:45, we had a VC meeting with the MHA, Principal Secretary, Sir Frederick Kagumar, and Secretary Home, Cyril Dengdo, then RCG, Mukesh Singh, IG, then me, and then Joint CG. We all attended the VC, and then we had a meeting, brief meeting. And after that, we again have a meeting chaired by Principal Secretary. After that, we have to do certain planning for the mock drill, and it took little time for us actually to do planning. Unless and until we have a plan, we will not be able to tell the public also. That's why we took time, and so today we will be conducting the mock drill at we'll start from 4 o'clock, and then 6:30 we'll have a sounding of siren, and then we'll have the blackout exercise also. And it'll be very difficult for us to tell each and every individuals to switch off their lights in a very short time, and then participate in the blackout exercise. That's why we have decided in a meeting with the Principal Secretary that we will request the MECL to cooperate with us, and they have when you request, and they also cooperate with us, and then they are ready to. Initially, we plan to black out the entire state, but then they also have some technical problems. That's why they requested what if we just do the blackout shutdown only in Shillong, Joai, and Dura. So is there technical problem? So we can't interfere. So we have this agreed, and then the sounding of siren will be there in all the districts where it is installed. We have got 12 districts, but then we cannot install it in all the districts because some are not categorized yet. Only out of 12, 7 are categorized, 5 are not categorized yet. So we have tried to install actually sirens in the 7 districts, but 5 districts we have not installed yet. But I think some technical problem is there. But wherever it is functional, wherever it is working, we will do our best to sound the siren. Shillong, of course, we'll do it. Tura and all will do it. Joai also. Then we will sound the siren actually in 2 ways. Number one is the warning siren. There is a fluctuation, sound for 2 minutes. It'll be sounded. Then followed by blackout for 2 minutes. We'll sound the siren again. That is one stretch sound for 1 minute. That means it's a all clear sound. That means you are safe to come out. Warning means air raid is coming. That means you have to hide yourself, cover yourself. If you have a bunker, go to the bunker. If you are inside the house, like safe house, you're supposed to go inside and do dropped, and then cover your ears and stuff like that. And then once you have the all clear siren, you are supposed to come out. So that all clear siren will also demolish the whole exercise, the mock drill exercise. That means that we will conclude the mock drill exercise as well. So any questions on the mock drill?
Can you tell us what will happen at 4 o'clock?
4 o'clock we are doing exercise. Actually, we have a sequence of mock drills. Initially, we are connected with the Air Force through hotline. Air Force will intercept the air raid threat, and then they will inform the Regional Civil Defense Control Center here in Shillong. And then once the Regional Civil Defense Control Center get the information from Air Force, they will inform via hotline or radio communications, whatever communications available they have. And then once they receive the information from the Air Force, they will sound the siren. But it is at 4 o'clock, so we will not sound the siren because we want to do it simultaneously with the blackout. Because blackout at 4:30 will not make any sense. So it's just for the exercise only. So we will be doing it in the evening, sounding of siren and then the blackout, because 4:30 it's still very bright. So the Regional Civil Defense Control Center, they will inform all the districts control center, and district control center, of course, army also we have a connection, line connection. So we will inform the army, and then we'll inform selected VIPs via our line communications, and then they will inform the district civil defense control center. Then district civil defense control center will inform the district administration. They have a state EOC, district EOC there. And then they will inform our warden service. We have a warden service in localities, in all localities. In Shillong also we have, in Tura also we have, Juwai we have. I was told yesterday by our one of our officers from Nong Soin that they have a warden service in Nong Soin as well. So these are the basic things that we'll be doing. And then apart from all this, like they'll be responding as well. SDRF will be responding in the border areas also. They'll be responding in some simulation incident in Dauki Bridge, and then in Daulu in the border areas, 2 border areas. Then they will do it in Lamukra also, and they will do it in Tura also, in schools. One in Anthony School and the other one in Upper Chamari Higher Secondary School, evening school. Because by after 4, there won't be any day school. So we have selected the evening schools in Anthony's and in Upper Chamari High Secondary School. Apart from SDRF, fire service is also involved. Fire service will respond in all the districts. Deputy controller of civil defense or the civil defense officers, whoever is in charge there, will liaise with the fire service, and they will simulate the fire incident in the districts. So fire service will respond in all the districts. Apart from that, we have a quick response team of civil defense and home guards in the districts, mobilized by the deputy controller. So they will do minor rescue work once they receive the information from warden service, on the wardens in their locality, because in each locality we have a warden, we have a sector warden, we have a post warden, the division warden. So accordingly, once they receive the information about the incidents in their locality, the deputy controller, the district civil defense control center, they will be activated. And once they receive the information about the incident, they will activate the SDRF and they will activate the quick response team, and then they will respond. And the warden service, until the SDRF or the fire service or the quick response teams arrive, they will keep on doing the rescue work until they arrive. They will do the rescue operations on the surface casualties, because they are not trained to go inside the building, collapse structures. So they will not do that, but they will try to rescue the surface casualties wherever the casualties are there, in the open air or maybe near the verandas. They will try to take them out and then put them in the safer areas. We'll be doing in this mock drill. Then at 6, like I said, 6:30, we'll have the sounding of siren, and then blackout exercise.
Yeah. It is 6:30. What about the people who walk on the road, who carry out their works?
That we have given certain instructions in the social media. Actually, I think our PRO has already done it. So whoever in the vehicles, the police will do the traffic management and all. But in the vehicle, they can have a normal routine. Nobody will be disturbed actually. But whoever walks in the road and stuff like that, they are supposed to cover themselves once they hear the sirens and all.
Do they have to switch off the ignitions and lights and everything?
No, it'll be all. Of course, at home they have to switch off, but in the vehicle, otherwise again the traffic movement will be disturbed. There's somebody stop the car, and then Shillong, we have a traffic problem everywhere, so that will not be disturbed.
What about those solar light that installed in different parts?
We have already given the instructions, inverters and all. We have requested to switch off, and we request all the citizens actually to cooperate with us and with this drill. You know what happened. India has already striked the terror camps this morning. So it depends now. God knows, it should not escalate. Of course, we must be having, but I think we have to dig the all files. But I still remember earlier those days, like we used to dig the trench and all. I used to hear from my bosses and ex-bosses. They used to dig the trench, and we have wardens in Tura, and they're very old. And but he expired now. One of our chief warden. He used to tell stories, but he's also a civil defense volunteer. He even went for training in Nagpur in civil defense college. So he used to tell us that those days they used to dig the trench, they used to give training how to dig the trench and how to hide when the bomb is dropped, what they are supposed to do. All this training was given. The second phase is coming. We will be giving training to the citizens, to the school students, to everybody in the later stage on how to dig the trench and how to cover themselves. But like we are doing it in a very short time. Actually, we receive the information also just day before at night only, and then we had a series of meeting yesterday, and we have to do the planning. So we could not look into all this now. But training will be coming later on in the second phase.
So where are these sirens located? Like?
I think right now it's not wise to since the it has escalated. So I think it's not wise to give the locations of the control room, give the locations of the sirens. Or this is basically just to check our machineries. Our machineries in the sense like civil defense machineries only. We already had a set up existing machineries. Like we have a warden service, we have sirens, we have other machineries. We are just checking the QR team. We are just checking how where I know there'll be many shortfalls, and we have to learn from the shortfalls. And this is a time to learn. And we haven't had a war for many years, and we forgot about all these things. We forgot about trends. We forgot about air raids. We forgot about what actually happened in 1971. So this is basically just to test our capabilities, civil defense capabilities. So that's why we are not involving everybody right now. But in a second phase, we'll be having a full-scale mock drill, which will involve police, which will involve fire service, which will involve PWD, which will involve medical. All stakeholders will be involved. We'll have I think statewide mock drill again.